You have to think how many love songs I've written about this girl, you know? Like at a certain point, she's like, all right, dude, I get it.
You kiss me to life, my rescuer. I'll be damned if you love me, damned if you don't.
Hey, it's Alex Warren, and you're watching Billboard News.
I'm Melinda Newman with Billboard News, and we're here with Alex Warren.
Hey.
Who's got a new album coming out.
That I do.
It's been a while since I've seen you, and you were just telling us you were surfing this morning, so life is good.
It is, honestly. I've been surfing every day since I've been here. I love being in California because all I do is just surf and eat burritos. That's literally it. I wish I was like a cool partier showing up to all the celebrity hangouts. I literally fuck off and go surf.
I think you're making the right choice.
Yeah.
In addition to the surfing, you've had a really unbelievable year. This time last year, you were riding the wave.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Of your Hot 100
Yes.
smash, Ordinary.
Yeah.
And now you're about to release your second album.
Yeah.
Have you had a minute to stop and process everything that's happened to you in the past year?
Here and there, I've gotten really great moments. Thankfully, and not so thankfully, I'm surrounded by people at all times. So it's like definitely amazed. But the few times I get by myself, I go on like a little walk, and I have a lot of recollection of just like the whole entire year. And so it's been really nice. This morning, I filmed like a whole video for my future self, and I do that a lot.
Wait, and so what did you tell your future self this morning?
Well, that's for me.
Okay. You don't want to share it all?
I made a video for my kids this morning, and I don't know why. I like making videos for my kids and my future self, and I just like start filming them, and I was really just happy with where I am in my life right now, which is like weird to say out loud. Like everyone's usually kind of like, all right, but like, no, I just like made a whole video where I was like, I hope I'm a cool dad and all these different things. It was fun.
Now, did you kind of take that from your own father who
Yeah.
left you videos?
My gosh, yes. I love those videos so much, and it's inspiring to me all the time. And so whenever I have the opportunity to hopefully make a video for my future kids, it's going to be cool.
That kind of leads us right into Wild Child.
Yeah.
Which it's called Wild Child because your dad used to call you Wild Child.
Yeah.
And he also left you videos before he passed where he calls you Wild Child.
Yeah.
So when you started to make this album, were you thinking, okay, the first album, people were getting to know me. Mm-hmm. The second album, they're going to get to know my parents, both of who have passed, and our relationship?
I think that's a part of what inspired me to make the album. I think with this one specifically, this album's heavily inspired by my live shows, funny enough. Whenever I play a show, it's very fun and people dance, and then all of a sudden they cry, and then they laugh. And for me, I loved that whiplash of emotions every few minutes. And when you listen to this album, I feel like it's a piece of work that has such continuity. You're gonna listen to the first song, the second song, and they're gonna be sonically so different, and they're gonna be so different what I'm talking about, but you're gonna feel like it's still a story that you can pay attention to, and I like that.
I think that's something that really struck me were the dynamics on this album.
Yeah.
That the songs musically sound very different.
Left the room the second that you walked in, something like a fever dream.
From Wild Child sounds very different from Same Stars. Were you intentional about that? That you were like, sonically, I really want to explore some different areas?
I wish I could tell you that I was intentionally like, I want to be different. I write with the same people all the time.
Yeah.
So when we went into the studio to make this album, we were really just kind of focusing on like, what did we want to say? And before it was like, oh, that doesn't sound like an Alex Warren song. And now we're kind of like, what the fuck is an Alex Warren song? And so we've just been making fun songs, stuff that like, I've always wanted to have a song where I bought my head to it. Or like I got asked to play a halftime show and I had to pass because I was like, what am I gonna make people cry for 30 minutes? You know, and like, so I really want to have songs that I can play at halftime shows. I want to have songs that I can play at a festival, and it doesn't always have to be just like sad dead people music, you know?
So wait, so were you really thinking about, okay, football season's coming up.
Yeah.
Let's think about if we could do a halftime show. Were you really thinking that as you guys were writing these songs?
Yes, 100%. While we were writing these songs, I was thinking a lot about it.
Wow. Well, I want to name check these people.
Okay.
So Adam Yaron,
Yeah?
Cal Shapiro,
Yeah.
and Mags Duvall.
Yeah.
How has y'all's relationship changed from the first album to the second album?
Wow. I think that when we did the first album, we felt like we were trying to figure out what we wanted to say. You know, they've had such healthy careers in music, and I was just starting off, and I think that that dynamic was very much like, okay, you've been through a lot, obviously, and I want to make music, and I make this certain type of music, but like, what's the cohesiveness? I've never made an album before. I've always just done singles my entire life. When it came down to building the album, that was that relationship of just like, it was very work, but also we had so much fun. And now it's like we go and hang out all the time. Mag's getting married, and we have her wedding coming up. And it's cool how something that started as a job turned into what I would like to say is my best friends, you know? And I really appreciate everything they do and who they are, and we spend a lot of time together.
You and I have talked about this.
Yeah.
You didn't feel any pressure going into this album. Most people would feel amazing pressure having had, I think it was 10 weeks at #1
Yeah,
with
something
with
like that.
Ordinary, something like that. You didn't feel any pressure to follow it up. It was more like, wow, I've kind of hit my ringer, and I can now do whatever I want.
I never thought I'd have one. So the fact that I have it and it's something as big as Ordinary, it's really nice because now it's nice and bad. Anything I do that might be really cool feels very undervalued because it's like it's not an Ordinary. But it's also amazing because I never thought I'd have it. So like, how would getting a second one ever be possible, you know?
That's interesting, though, that you're like, it's undervalued because the scorekeepers are looking at it and going, oh, it didn't spend 10 weeks at #1.
Yeah, I think that Ordinary was so big to so many people that when I have a record, I will never have a record as big as Ordinary. Statistically, it's impossible. So like, the fact is, like, you have to think how big Ordinary is and was. And so now whenever I have a song, it's doing really, really well. And I was like, this is amazing. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. People are like, it's not Ordinary. And I'm like, yeah, no way.
You created a horrible benchmark, a wonderful and horrible benchmark for yourself.
I know, but that's okay too. I don't mind at all.
One of the songs that really struck me is Same Stars.
Yeah.
And it's about looking out at the same stars at the sky that your dad or your mom, saw before they died, and you're looking at the same stars, but they're not here anymore. It's a
Yeah.
really beautifully orchestrated song with strings. What was it like writing that one? Were you crying in the studio? I was crying when I listened to it.
I cry all the time. Like, I think that Same Stars, I Miss You More. Like, if you listen to I Miss You More, that record, I'm crying while I'm singing. Same Stars is just one of those songs that, to me, I'm like, it's, when I wrote it, have you ever lost someone? I forget, we've talked about this, right? Have you ever lost someone close to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Both of my parents are gone too.
so anything that you went and did, like, do you have any traditions you did with your family?
Yeah, and they're gone.
Right, but that place is still the same. And I think that's really difficult for me, at least, is like, we used to look up at the stars and be like, that's the this and that's that. And the next day I did that, and nothing had changed out there, but my whole life had changed. And I thought that was a really interesting perspective that no one talked about. And it was terrifying. It was terrifyingly sad. And yeah, I don't know. I think when I write sad songs, I cry and I try to get over it, and it's very healthy, I think.
I think it's very cathartic.
Right.
You brought up that you wanted this album to give you emotional whiplash. So
Yes.
talk a little bit more about the feelings you were going through. And was there anything when the four of you were writing, that you were like, that's actually too sad for us to put it on here?
Never too sad. I think we teeter against just kind of abrasiveness. Like, you don't want it to be jarring. And I think when we write lyrics, how in detail do you want to be, Just about my story in general. Like, I like kind of beating around the bush in a way where you know my story, or if you don't, you at least can infer to it. And sometimes we'll write a verse and we're like, oh God, yeah, that's not, no one's gonna want to listen to that. And so it happens a lot, funny enough. But no, I think in this album specifically, there's nothing, I think everything is so tastefully done. Like, I really do. I think a lot of artists will sit here and be like, oh, I don't listen to my music. I love my music. I'm obsessed with my music. I listen to it all the time. And whenever I hop in the car, I listen to it. I'm proud of it.
But I was about to say, I would think you're proud of what you've created.
I think artists just like to sound cool. They're like, I don't care. And then they do care.
But you have kind of proudly declared that you don't care about being cool.
Yeah.
And I think there's some freedom in that. Do you find freedom in that you don't have to be the hip kid when you walk into the room?
Oh, it'd be nice to be the hip kid, but I don't know. I think that at the end of the day, my music is more meant to help me and also help a lot of people who've gone through what I've gone through. And I feel like whether you're falling in love or you lost someone, that's what matters more than me walking in a room being a cool kid.
Yeah, I want to follow up on that a little bit. You do write a lot about loss and grief. You lost your dad when you were 9. You lost your mom when you were 19 or 20?
21.
21. Now that you're performing these songs in front of the whole world, do they hit you differently at all?
I think that,
Especially when you're seeing the reaction, from the fans.
yeah, there's a segment during my show where it cuts back to a clip of my dad. And just depending on how bad of a day I've had or a great day I've had, like if I'm having an amazing day and it's something I wish I could have like called him about and like told him about it, or something that reminded me of my mom, and these clips go on the screen, I think it makes me to think a little more, and I tend to cry on stage.
But is that because you're looking out and you're seeing other people crying too?
No.
Okay, it's just because you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're having like a.
If they're not crying, I start to cry probably.
Well, then
Because I'm
that's.
sad they're not crying.
It's like, what am I doing wrong? What kind of monsters are you that you're
Yeah.
not crying at this?
What am I fucking up?
We've already heard Fever Dream,
Yeah.
which is a bop.
Hit me like a freight train.
Passenger, which is also very fun.
I drive from the passenger side. I've been holding on tight to a telephone line.
And Fine Place to Die.
But here in your arms seems like a fine place to die.
Which is about your wife, and
Yeah.
it's just so romantic.
Thank you.
What did she say when she heard Fine Place to Die? It's about you're happy if you die with her.
It's so funny because my wife isn't very expressive when it comes down to like these songs. Like I'll play this song, she goes, "That's so good," and I'm like, "Oh yeah," and she goes, "Nice." Like it's great. Like she's just, you have to think how many love songs I've written about this girl, Like at a certain point, she's like, "All right, dude, I get it."
You like me. You really
she's
me.
like, "I'm starting to think you like me." But no, yeah, my love language is writing songs, and she's like, "I just want to be held, bro." So that's where we're at.
But same with Rescuer.
You kiss me to life, my rescuer.
I mean, can we talk a little bit more about Rescuer?
That's her favorite song.
Okay, so because that really is, you're living in your car.
Yeah,
you
she
meet
heard
her.
it and she called me. So I sent it to her and she played it in the car. She calls me right after and she goes, "Bro, that is the best song I've ever heard of yours." And I was like, "All right."
She really calls you bro?
Yeah. Yeah, I call her dude. She'll be like, "Bro." And I'm like, "Yeah." Well, we're best friends. Like, it's like, that's like the thing. Yes, we are wife and husband, but like that dude, I said that dude. That dude's my best friend.
That dude's your best friend. There's an interlude in here right in the middle of the album that's your father's voice through various holidays, as well as just talking to you and cheering you on.
Yeah.
What do you think when you listen to that?
There's a video of me crying when I first heard it because I didn't know they were doing that. So I asked for an interlude and I went on tour and I was like, "We'll figure it out later." And I was halfway through tour and I got a text saying, "Sit down when you listen to this." And so they filmed it and I listened to it for the first time and I bawled, the person next to me bawled, the person filming was bawling, and it was annoying because then you couldn't hear me talking because he was crying so much and sniffling. It was just like one of those things where like we heard it and it was just a moment where all of us, and I just started talking about my dad for like an hour and it was really cool.
It's really beautiful because you can hear how proud your dad is of you and how much joy he's taking in you.
Yeah, I could jump off of that little step right there and he would have thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you've got that.
So much I wanna say ever since you've been away, and I don't wanna skip a part.
When you have a child yourself, you're already making messages for your child.
Yeah.
How do you think this will make you a different parent, having lost your parents so early?
Most of my life I was scared. Like I thought that because I didn't have a parental figure to teach me what it was like to be a man or what it was like to be a son, or, I feel like I wouldn't be a proper dad. How was I supposed to know what a put together household was if I didn't come from one? And I don't know, I think that's allowed me to be able to, I'm looking at a different lens now, and as I think about having a kid and my wife and I get closer to that, it's really, really awesome to think that I'm able to provide a child a life that I didn't get to have. I think my whole entire life I've been built to have kids and to be a father. Like, put your career aside, what I want to be known for is being the best dad ever. And yeah, because of that, I battle with this a lot. I'm letting you in a little bit. I'm like, do I everything they want? Because I'm gonna be one of those people where if I have a daughter and she says, "Dad, I'm gonna say yes." So like, I gotta figure out how to not give them everything, but as long as I love them and support them, I think I'll do great.
Exactly.
That's all I needed.
Yeah, and that's all they need. I want to lighten up a little bit in
Yeah.
that you have the best announcements You know, like Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Was your tour announcement?
Yeah. Your Honor.
You're late.
I know, I'm sorry, I was on tour. It was
I
in
don't
Europe.
care.
Okay?
Kevin James is your album announcement, and it is hilarious.
Love him.
We are so excited to have you here. It's amazing, right? Not every day you get to announce your new album. Wild.
Is this gonna be safe?
You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, everything's
But how does that even come about? Like, are you friends with these people now? Are you just reaching out? Are you texting
I text
Kevin
Kevin
James?
a lot. Yeah, I text
How did
Kevin
you
a
meet?
lot. How did I meet Kev? I don't even know. I have no idea. I literally, I met Jen from a random FaceTime with her and Courtney. And I answered the FaceTime and it was Jen and Court. And I was like, oh, hi. I was laying on my couch in my living room and my wife's like, who's that? And I go, oh, nothing, just some friends.
But bum.
Yeah, she liked that. She was really confused, and then I showed her the screen. She goes, "Oh fuck." And then Kev, we got put in contact. I've always been a huge fan, and I've been very vocal about that. And he and I just hit it off really well, and here we are now.
Did you come up with the?
Max Greenfield was also in the one with Jennifer Aniston.
He was.
Yes,
That's right.
And Max is a sweetheart. He's someone I speak to quite often.
Did you? I think you came up with the concept for the Jennifer Aniston one,
I wrote
right?
the script.
And then what about
I
for Kevin
Did the
James?
shot list and I directed it. Kevin James one I did with my friend Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're your thing.
Typically, yeah.
So what about acting ambitions for you? Or is it directing ambitions?
I don't think I could direct. I would love to act. I don't know how good I am at it. I just have a blast. Whenever we do acting stuff, I don't even think I'm good. I literally it's the funnest time of my life. Every time we do something where it requires me to be someone else or act a certain way, like music videos are the best time because I get to pretend I'm someone I'm not. And acting is just glorified playing pretend in a way. And I really like a lot. I do like a lot of, I did the Grinch and that's really fun. I'm a really good Grinch. I don't know. I feel like it's just something I thoroughly enjoy. Whether or not I'll ever do it as a career, that's something, but I would love to be able to do it as an opportunity.
The Grinch will come in handy when you have kids.
That would be awesome.
You're no stranger to some amazing collaborations. You've worked with Jelly Roll, Rosé, Luke Combs. On this album,
Joe Jonas.
Joe Jonas, right.
You were digging a grave for me. We were sharing the same floor.
Love me some Joe.
On this album, you have the legendary Nile Rodgers on the opening track,
Yeah.
Emerald Eyes. How did that come about?
Nile, I actually don't know. I got a random I was on tour, and I got a random picture of Nile Rodgers up with a guitar, and I said, that's nice. And then they go, yeah, he's on Emerald Eyes. I go, what? And they sent me it, and I go, when, how, what the heck? And now I'm friends with Nile Rodgers. That's the coolest part of my job. And like the one like pinch me moment is I randomly get random texts or random calls from people that I grew up like listening to. And I'm like, oh cool, or if I DM someone, they answer. It's the best thing in the world. That and like dinner reservations are so fun.
So there's no restaurant you can't get into now, right?
No, I get pushed away a lot actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's just kind of fun.
Wait, what do you mean? That's not fun. You do not seem like the type that would ever say, don't you know who I am?
I would never. Oh my God, I would hope someone
Yeah.
punched me if I ever said that. I would hope someone, if I said, do you know who I am? And I hope they would say, yes, and I don't care.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, you deserve to be punched. Anyone
Yes.
deserves to be punched who says
My
that.
God.
So Nile opens the album,
Yep.
and John Mayer
Closes it.
closes the album on the title track.
Yeah.
That's really not just for you, but it's for your dad.
So it's only for my dad, it's not for me.
Okay, can you talk about that?
Yeah, I wrote a song from my dad's perspective. Growing up, especially, I felt like I always wanted my dad's approval, even though I never knew him. And he's the one who got me into music, and when my dad passed away, the music stopped. And as time went on, I constantly wanted to do it, and I got pushed away, whether it was my mom or a choir teacher or people saying that I wasn't good enough, or it just always felt like it was kind of stacked against me. And the one thing I remember is how much my dad loved John Mayer. And he would listen to Room for Squares like nobody's business. My gosh. And so every time I would drive his car, the CD was right there and I'd put it in. Or I think, yeah, it was a CD at the time. And it's just so cool to think like, okay, as I'm making music, this is my job now. It's my job because my dad got me into it. And his favorite artist is someone who I listen to avidly. And when we made this record called WILDCHILD, in my dad's perspective, I thought it'd be the perfect finishing of an album to be able to have the end credits and a 1.5-minute guitar solo by the one and only John Mayer. And John was so cool, he used the guitar from that album as well.
From the No Room for Squares.
Yeah, and so he played that guitar and he did the solo, which was really cool.
Watch out, you were born to hit the ground running.
Don't you imagine your dad is just like, that's my boy?
Yeah, I
And it's-
hope.
Oh, that is just like so full circle
Yeah.
for you. You've wrapped up a tour
Yeah.
that took you everywhere and sold out arenas everywhere. You and I have talked about how your show is almost therapy at some point.
Sure.
Can you talk about that aspect of it, of looking out and seeing people crying, or you want them to be crying, you're pissed if they're not crying.
Yeah.
And what that's like to open yourself emotionally like that, night after night after night.
It's so funny because so many people, when I play the show, they're like, I don't know how you do that. And I go, what do you mean? And they're like, oh, you're so open. And you talk about the things you've gone through. And I think it's so natural to do that. For me, it's therapy, but it's like exposure therapy. I truly don't know anything else. I want to be very open. I want to be open with the things I've gone through. I want to be open with what I've gone through, how my relationship. It's just, to me, I think that growing up, so many of these things felt unattainable. You know, whether it was the music industry, whether it was finding love, whether it was being able to handle loss and heartbreak, whether it was just trying to navigate life without someone to teach you. And so for me specifically, these shows were really important, and to be able to see other people go through things that I thought was only unique to me, you know?
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're gonna play a little game.
Cool.
We love our games at Billboard. This is called Rapid Fire.
Okay.
This or that.
All right.
And I'm gonna give you two options, and you say which one you prefer. Tour bus or hotel?
Tour bus. Hotels are annoying, and you have to unload and reload. A tour bus is built like a mobile home for me.
And you can have everything you need on there.
Standard.
Right at night or right in the morning?
Right at night. Night is way better. Morning is a little difficult, and I'm a bit groggy, but night is nice where you kind of get into the vibes. You have a warm light, maybe a candle. Ordinary was also written at night.
Meet one fan for an hour or 100 fans for 1 minute each?
One fan for an hour. I feel like I would love to be able to just talk to people and get to know them, and I'd love to meet 10 fans for 10 hours every day.
Play one stadium or 10 intimate clubs?
10 intimate clubs, 110%. Stadiums are fun, but they're a bit big, and intimate clubs are really great because then I get to actually like talk to people and be able to like see their faces.
I think we know the answer to this from your Takes Us Out that was at In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah,
Fast food or fine dining?
fast food. All the time, every time, 99.9% of the time, fast food.
And a burrito.
Yes, my God, give me a burrito every time.
Alex, thank you.
Thank
you
you.
so much. Wild Child comes out August 28th. Is there any parting words you want to leave us with?
If you like crying, if you like laughing, you like dancing, you like puppies, you like donuts, you like anything great in life, go listen to my album.
Thank you.